gentlemen, today we are taking on the burden of rebuilding the New York Giants. Now, as all of you who watch football probably know, the Giants are kind of ass right now. They have a 2-8 record. They just fired their head coach, but they're honestly not all that bad. Now, the main reason that they're bad is because of injuries and coaching. Malik Neighbors out for the year. Cam Skattebo out for the year. Half of their secondary is injured right now, and now Jackson Dart is out with the concussion, so it's just been hard, man. But today, we are going to rebuild them on Retro Bowl 26. Coach Hard Rock is ready to bring this franchise to a Super Bowl. But first, we have to choose our players. So, the Giants have 3 fairly decent quarterbacks on their roster. We got Russell Wilson, who should not be a 3-star. He should be a 0-star because he is absolutely trash. They got Jameis Winston, who's also a 3-star. He's pretty good. But you already know we're taking Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, the promising rookie out of Ole Miss. We are taking him as our franchise quarterback. Now, for some reason, in this game, Tyrone Tracy has better potential than Cam Skattebo for some reason, but Cam Skattebo is just better in real life, so you already know we're picking him up. Now, for our wide receiver, you already know we are taking Malik Neighbors, 4.5-star potential. And let's take a break from offense and go to our defense now. You already know we are taking Sexy Dexy. We're also going to be taking Bobby Okereke, 5-star linebacker. He is pretty good, probably not that good in real life, but you know what? We will take it. And for our corners, we will be taking Drew Phillips, 4-star potential. And we'll also be taking Javon Holland. Now, for some reason, in this game, they don't have safeties, so they just put Javon Holland as a DB, which no complaints. But we got room for 3 more players. So I think we want to go back to offense to get another wide receiver and a tight end. So for tight end, I think we're going to pick up Theo Johnson. He does have better potential than Daniel Bellinger, and he's younger. So we will pick him up as our tight end 1. And for our second wide receiver, we could either go Wan'Dale Robinson or Darius Slayton. Now, Darius Slayton is actually bunt in real life. And Wan'Dale Robinson is 4.5-star potential in this game. He's definitely not that good in real life, but you know what? We will pick him up as our wide receiver 2. Now we got one more spot for one more defensive player, so let's see who we want to pick up. And you know what? I think we go with the rookie. He's not a linebacker. He's an edge rusher, but in this game, he is a linebacker. Abdul Carter, 5-star potential. He was the 3rd overall pick. They have him valued as a round 2 pick in this game. That's definitely not true. But gentlemen, there is your New York Giants roster for this rebuild. And already, we have built a 5-star defense. Now, the Giants are just really good on paper, but not good on the field. So I don't expect this rebuild to take that long, if I'm going to be honest. Alright guys, for this rebuild, we'll be doing it on 3-minute quarters, only on hard difficulty, not extreme, because it is virtually impossible to win a game on sim on extreme difficulty. And that's what we play in this rebuild. Most of the games will be on sim, but occasionally in like big games, I'll hop in and play some just to make sure that we can get a dub in those games. But yeah, we got a 3.5-star offense, 5-star defense. So I don't think this rebuild is going to take that long. I'm going to be honest, we could win the Super Bowl year 1. I'm not even going to lie. But we got week 1 against the Commanders. Let's sim. Alright, first quarter we're down 10-7. But second half we're still down 24-20. Alright, defense, we need to step up big. Come on, guys. How are we down 41-28? Hand out to Skattebo. Skattebo is really slow in this game, and he couldn't track that defender. Okay, maybe I should have chosen Tracy. Okay, why is everyone so slow? Wait, is this game just like lagging? No, because Wan'Dale is getting open. Big truck, come on, Wan'Dale, get in. 36-yard play, nice. Right, but Jackson Dart's a runner, so we gotta run with Jackson Dart, and we gotta take all the hits. Alright, let's throw it up to Skattebo. He cannot catch it. 3rd and 5. Alright, who are we liking here? Let's throw it up to Skattebo. Caught 3 yards. Come on, you cannot truck a defender, Skattebo. Come on, he should have max strength in this game, to be honest. Theo Johnson, 6-yard touchdown. That's what we like to see. And we're going for the 2-point conversion. And caught by Neighbors. Nice. Only down 1 possession. Come on, defense. Make a stop. Sure, the first down. They punt. All right, guys. We got a minute and 42 seconds to punch it into the end zone. Let's go. Okay, now I kind of wish I chose Tracy, to be honest. But that's fine. Neighbors is going to be so open. Caught. Juke. Nope. 22-yard play. Nice. All right, we don't want to leave them with too much time to score. So we can run a couple run plays. Let's get it out there. Incomplete. Flip to Theo Johnson, but that's also incomplete. Okay, but he's going to be wide open on this play. Gets the first down and picks up 5 more. Hand out to Scatterboo again. Scatterboo's like really slow. We have 50 seconds. We're doing fine. Scatterboo was not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Yikes. Let's take the check down here on Neighbors. Gets out on the inside. Neighbors going for 16 yards. All right, now we can punch it in. Now I think we can punch it in. Hand out to Scatterboo. Scatterboo will be a yard. We'll decide what to do after we see his season stats. Over the middle to Wandale Robinson. Robinson still on his feet. Gain of 16. All right, we got 9 seconds to punch this in here. Jackson Dart run. Timeout. 1 second left. 1 second left. Yeah, that was not a very smart decision to run the Jackson Dart with 6 seconds left. I'll tell you that. We have to get it in. Caught by Theo Johnson for a touchdown. No time left. Giants win week 1, which they did not win in real life. So that's good. Giants come out of here with a fourth quarter comeback. Washington scored 0 points in the fourth quarter. All right, let's see the stats here. Now, keep in mind, most of these are sim stats. I only played through like half a quarter. Jackson Dart, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 picks. Cam Scatterboo actually had 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. So it looks like he's really good in sim, but not good when I actually play him. Theo Johnson, 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Weak Neighbors got 69 yards. Wandale Robinson got 75 yards. And Neighbors can get an upgrade. Let's upgrade his speed. And let's see, who do we want as our kickoff returner? Who has the most speed? Neighbors and Robinson have the same. Scatterboo doesn't have any. Yeah, okay. I think we put Robinson as our kick returner. There we go. All right, week 2 against the Cowboys. We also lost this game. Let's go ahead and sim up 10-3 in the first quarter, 23 at half, 27-10 at the fourth quarter, 34-17. Yeah, we lost the game in real life too because Russell Wilson doesn't know how to throw the ball. But 2-0, baby. Honestly, I could really see us winning the Super Bowl this year. I'm not even gonna lie. But like, I kind of hope we don't because I need to have a long video. So kind of hope we don't. But Jackson Dart, 401 yards, 3 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wandale Robinson, 69 yards and a touchdown. Scatterboo, 128 yards and a touchdown. And Jackson Dart gets an upgrade. Let's upgrade his arm strength. And Abdul Carter also gets an upgrade. Let's upgrade his stamina. All right, week 3 against Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. Coming up here, Mahomes got 4.5-star potential. Got Isaiah Pacheco. They have no wide receivers, though. Their best is Juju Smith-Schuster, who is a 4-star, honestly. I'm not sure why he is a 4-star. I don't think he should be that good. But their defense is what we got to be looking out for. 5-star Chris Jones, 4-star Drew Tranquil, but their DBs are kind of ass. They got 2-star Jaden Hicks, and that's their only DB. So we could very easily win this game. See, up 7-3. Ooh, we're down 24-17 at the half. Ooh, down 38-23 in the fourth quarter. All right, we scored a touchdown. We go for 2 but get stopped. Okay, so I think this game is over. Yeah, Chiefs get a touchdown. So I think it's over. Yep, and they sack Jackson Dart. They score a 62-yarder. Oh my gosh. Intercepted Jackson Dart through a last-minute interception. It's okay. There's been no time left, so we don't fault him for that. Jackson Dart, 389 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His worst game yet, but Scatterboo's a touchdown machine. But guys, I think the problem here is our defense. Our defense led up 47 points to the Chiefs, 44 points to the Commanders, but only 17 to Dallas. So I'm going to sim to the trade deadline, and we will assess where we're at. Alrighty, boys, we are at the trade deadline. We have a 5-3 record, so that's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. We did end up letting up 56 points to the Eagles and only putting up 9 of our own. So that was our worst game yet. And we also lost the Eagles pretty bad earlier in the season too. We actually won that game in real life, but it looks like we could not do it in Retro Bowl. And our defense kind of is ass, man. We let up 56 points to the Eagles in week 8, 37 points to the Broncos, 40 points to the Eagles in week 6. We let up 13 points to the Saints, but it's the Saints, that's to be expected. 39 points to the Chargers, and then 47 to the Chiefs, 17 at Dallas, and 44 at the Commanders. But yeah, let's look at some mid-season stats here. Jackson Dart, 3,099 yards, 24 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. That's kind of a lot. That's like 1.1 per game. Not the best, but you know what? It's his rookie year. It's fine. He's got 159 yards on the ground and 1 rushing touchdown as well. Cam Skattebo, 792 yards on the ground and 7 touchdowns, only 1 fumble. And then receiving, he's at 349 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air. So it's like he's actually pretty good on sim, but not good when you play it manually. Theo Johnson, 712 yards, 3 touchdowns, not bad. Malik Neighbors, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's pretty crazy. Wanda Robinson, 923 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 fumble. Sexy Dexy's got 68 tackles, only 1 sack. I feel like he would have had more, and 1 forced fumble. Bobby Okereke has 111 tackles, nothing else though. Abdul Carter has 98 tackles, 1 sack, and 2 forced fumbles. Drew Phillips has got 0 interceptions, only 46 tackles, and 1 forced fumble. And Javon Hollins, 97 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and only 1 interception. So I'm not sure we're getting a lot of takeaways, man. And our defense is kind of letting up a lot of points. So might have to make some trades. I don't think I'm going to get rid of anyone this deadline. But if we don't win the Super Bowl, we might have to make some changes next season. Week 9 against the Niners. Let's rock the old school unis. See, first quarter, down 14-3. Second quarter, we kind of made a comeback, only down 4 points. Third quarter, around 31-17. All right, it's time for me to hop in here. Wandale on a go route. He's going to be wide open. Big juke, and he's going to go in for a 32-yard touchdown, the longest passing touchdown of the season. We always go for 2, and Cam Skattebo converts. Only down by 1 possession. Can defense make a stop to the ball? Come on, defense. No, what are we doing, defense? We're supposed to have the best defense in the league. Why is this happening? Okay, but we still got 2 minutes to score again. And then, hopefully, then our defense can make a stop. Malik Neighbors kind of manned up, but makes the catch nonetheless. 13 yards. Okay, I'm not taking any plays where there are no go routes. Wandale's on a go route, but he's kind of manned up. Start up for Theo Johnson. Makes the catch. 17 yards. Nice. Handed off to Skattebo. Skattebo doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Skattebo is terrible on manual. We're at Neighbors on a post. Can he make that catch? No, it's intercepted. Come on, catch him. What are we doing? Catch him. Catch him. Our players are so slow. Oh my gosh. Come on, catch up to him. We cannot have a pick 6. Catch up to him. Come on. Come on. Yes. All right, we caught up to him, but it's only on like the 3-yard line. And they score. All right, and we lose 44-32. Hovering right around 500. Not the best start, but it's better than they are in real life. Jackson Dart 3 interceptions. All right, kind of an interception machine. But that's okay. Let's upgrade Skattebo's strength, Carter's tackling. Yeah, the reason we are losing so many games, it might be because of our defensive coordinator. Now let's look at the staff hires here. We have a 3-star defense coordinator, 20 CC, 4-star defense coordinator, 25 CC. Okay, I don't think we fired defense coordinator mid-season, but we might have to within the season. All right, guys, we're in overtime against the Lions in like week 12, I think it is. So I just knew I had to hop in here. Hand it off to Skattebo up the gut. Doesn't even get back. Okay, I don't think I can hand it off when I'm playing manually. I literally do not think I can hand it off. Let's run it with Dart. Dart is slow as hell. Only gets 2 yards. We got Wandale on a go route. Makes the catch. All right, we got 2 minutes left. Now both teams do get a possession. So even if we score a touchdown, Detroit has a chance to try and tie it. Malik Neighbors makes the catch in traffic for 14 yards. Nice. Let's have a screen to Theo Johnson. Gets out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 4. I do not trust Skattebo, sorry. But we get the check down to Neighbors. Neighbors gets out of bounds. Probably could have scored. But Theo Johnson is going to score for us wide open. And we got to go for 2. Got to go for the win. Neighbors going to be wide open. And if Detroit can't score and get the 2-point conversion, then we win this game. And Sexy Dexy makes a sack. Nice. That is what we like to see, those game-changing plays. Let's praise the fans, man. Gotta get those fans up. Jackson Dart, 603 yards. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Scatterboo, 230 yards and touchdown. Theo Johnson, 129 yards and touchdown. Malik Nabers, 164 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Wandale Robinson, 244 yards. And Dexter Lawrence also had 2 sacks. Nice. Let's upgrade Jackson Dart's speed. Let's upgrade Malik Nabers' catching. Let's upgrade Drew Phillips' tackling. Alright, boys. This is the final game of the season. And we're actually 10-6. Which means we could make the playoff. If we look at the playoff picture right now, we are in the hunt. But 2 of the teams in wildcard also have a 10-6 record. So if we win this game, we could theoretically make the playoffs. But it is against Dallas. We beat them earlier in the season, so it's going to be pretty tough to beat them again. We're up 14-3. Second quarter, we did not score any points. We're down a point. Third quarter, 29-22. Okay, it is a 1-possession lead. I do not like that. Let's hop in and punch this in and put this game away, guys. Throw it across the middle to Nabers. Nabers can break some tackles and get 12 yards. All right. Throw it to Robinson over the middle. Robinson's going to take off and get 13 yards. That's what we like to see. Malik Nabers is going to be wide open here. Wide open, 16 yards. Hand off to Scatterboo. Scatterboo's actually going to get yards. He's actually going to get 9 yards. That was our longest rushing play. That's crazy. Malik Nabers is going to be wide open again. If he can make the diving catch, 14 yards. You know what? Let's punch this in with Jackson Dart here. It's down to the inch-yard line. It's down to the inch-yard line. All right, let's just do the tush push. All right, 2-point conversion. Good by Nabers, and this should be game. Should be game if our defense doesn't choke, which they usually do, but they don't. We win the game, but we still miss the playoffs. We still miss the playoffs because the other teams also got to win. That's unreal. I've never seen 11-6 team miss the playoffs. Okay, well, after that Detroit game, I was going to say our defense locked in. They only let up 21 points to the Commanders. But then we went and got blown out by the Vikings. We went and got blown out by J.J. McCarthy. But then we only let up 9 points to the Raiders and only 30 points to the Cowboys. So I don't think we need to be making any moves on defense unless there's like a godly player in this upcoming draft. Dexter Lawrence finished the season with 6 sacks and 3 forced fumbles. Bobby Okereke, 233 tackles, 1 interception, 1 sack. Abdul Carter, 2 sacks, 3 interceptions, 4 forced fumbles. He was kind of our MVP on defense. Drew Phillips got 2 interceptions and a forced fumble. And Javon Holland got 1 more. Okay, so if anyone's going to go on defense, it might have to be Holland. But he did have 218 tackles, so. Well, let's look at our offensive stats. Jackson Dart, 6,400 yards, 46 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. That's kind of a lot, but it is a rookie year, so we're going to accept it. And on the ground, he had 360 yards and 4 touchdowns. Keaton Scatterboo, 1,800 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns. That is kind of insane. He also had 537 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. Theo Johnson, 1,500 yards, 8 touchdowns. Malik Nabers, 2,300 yards, 21 touchdowns. I think tying the record in the NFL for receiving touchdowns in the season. It might be 22 or something, but it's pretty close. Robinson, 2,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's pretty good. I don't think we get rid of anyone. Robinson is sad, probably because we didn't make the playoffs, but that's okay. All right, who wins the Super Bowl? Chargers win the Super Bowl. They actually didn't choke. Wow, that's actually kind of crazy. And the Eagles swept the rest of the awards. How did Jackson Dart not win Rookie of the Year? What stats did Jahad Campbell put up? Let's see. You're telling me this guy won Rookie of the Year, only putting up 86 tackles in 20 games? No interception, no sacks, no forced fumbles? And Jalen Hurts won MVP for only putting up 5,000 yards. Okay, he did have 43 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. So I guess that's kind of deserved, I'm going to be honest. Barkley did have almost 2,000 yards and 29 touchdowns. He had 13 fumbles, though. He's a fumble machine. Oh, my gosh. But Super Bowl 60 was the Chargers against the 49ers. And the Chargers actually won. They did not choke with Justin Herbert. Surprising. Our point differential, despite going 11-6 on the year, was -6. So that just goes to show how bad our defense was, which is kind of crazy. But a new season begins. We have, oh my god, we have so many players with expired contracts. All right, Neighbors is getting re-signed. Let's see, Sexy Dexy is getting re-signed. Robinson's getting re-signed. Honestly, I think we just re-sign everybody, to be honest. And then we trade someone if there's, like, someone godly in the draft. So we got Jackson Dart for 1 more year, Scadaboo for 2 more years. We got Theo Johnson for 3 years, Malik Neighbors for 2 years, Robinson for 3 years, Sexy Dexy for 3 years, Okereke for 2 years, Carter for 3 years, Drew Phillips for 2 more years, and Javon Holland for 2 more years. So the only players that we'll have to sign next year are Dart and Scadaboo. So we could definitely make a run in the next couple years here. Alright, but let's move on to the draft. Now, I don't think there's really any positions that we can improve upon here. I mean, yes, realistically, we'd love to have a 5-star QB, but Jackson Dart is the guy. So we are not taking any QBs. Now, realistically, we could do with the 4.5-star running back, but Scadaboo is good. And our roster's filled up. Low-key, the only thing that would be good is if we got, like, if there's, like, a 5-star tight end in here. Ooh, 4.5-star tight end. But Theo Johnson is the guy. You know what? No players have performed, like, really bad on our team. So I just think we trade in all of our picks for CC. Low-key, we can fire this guy. Can we, like, fire him, please? Let's see. We can get 3.5-star Raymond, who is a talent spotter. But we don't need that because our defense is already good. Can we refresh the hires? Let's refresh the hires here. Ooh, we got a lot of good coaches. This is 5-star, but he has no trait. I don't even know what that does then. He has 5-star, but no trait. Guy's a fan favorite. Fans boosted 1%, and this guy doesn't have a trait either. Okay. I think we go for the one that has no trait, so he'll stay here a while. Yes. So now our defense will hopefully not give up that many points. Let's also upgrade our training facilities and rehab facilities as well. Alright, guys. We are once again at the trade deadline. For some reason, our fans are only 14%, even though we have a 5-2 record. So we have about the same record at this point as we did last year, but let's look at some stats here. Jackson Dart, 2,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions though. We're getting those interceptions down, like it. Cam Scadaboo, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. Theo Johnson, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns. Wandale, also 1,000 yards, but 13 touchdowns. Man, he's a touchdown machine. Sexy Dexy, 84 yards, getting them sacks up. 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Okereke, only 66 tackles, but he does have 2 picks. Abdul Carter, only has 67 tackles, and no interceptions, no sacks, no forced fumbles. Let's see. He might have to be traded. I'm not going to lie. Drew Phillips has 64 tackles and 4 interceptions. Javon Holland has 80 tackles and 1 interception. So, yeah, if there's anyone that we would trade, it would be Abdul Carter. But I don't want to get rid of him because we only have 10 CC. And it's not like we could replace him with anybody better, you know? So I think we keep him for now. If he keeps doing bad throughout the season, we might have to deal him at the end of the season. Boys, we are in the playoffs at the end of year 2. We ended with a 12-5 record. And we finally got the best of the Eagles. 23-12 victory in that game. And I think our defense has been doing its job. We only gave up 27 points to the Commanders, 13 to the Colts, 10 to the Saints, 41 to Seahawks. That was bad, but only 12 to the Eagles, only 21 to the Cowboys, only 28 to the Raiders, 28 to the Titans, 48 to the Lions, 38 to Commanders. That was kind of bad. 41 to the Eagles. That was kind of bad. But other than that, I think our new defensive coordinator, Nasir Fenton, is doing his job. Hard Rock is looking for his first NFL playoff win. Still blows me away that we didn't make the playoffs at 11-6. That was kind of crazy. But let's look at some stats here. Jackson Dart, similar season, 6,200 yards, 54 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions though. Nice, getting those interceptions down. I love it. He might actually win MVP. He has 469 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground as well. Cam Scadaboo, 2,100 yards and 20 touchdowns. Theo Johnson, 1,300 yards and 6 touchdowns. Really stepped it up from at mid-season. Malik Neighbors, 2,000 yards, 17 touchdowns. Wandale Robinson, 2,400 yards and 30 touchdowns. He doubled Malik Neighbors' output on touchdowns and got 4,000 more yards than him. That's actually kind of crazy. Sexy Dexy, 9 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 137 tackles. Abdul Carter finally got a sack, 182 tackles, pretty good. But I think we might have to get rid of him at the deadline. He hasn't really done anything for us. Drew Phillips, 124 tackles, 7 interceptions. Javon Holland, 197 tackles, 6 interceptions. And Bobby Okereke, 172 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble. Now, he is injured for 4 more games. So, he is going to guaranteedly miss the Super Bowl if we somehow make it. That's not good. We won't have our star linebacker. That's okay. Let's see. Who are we playing in the wildcard round? We are playing the Seahawks. Okay, we did lose to the Seahawks earlier in the season by 10 points. But I think we can do this. First quarter, up 14-0. Second quarter, up 21-10. Third quarter, up 28-16. They get a touchdown. It's only one possession game. Let's hop in here and put this game away. I haven't manually played in like a season, and our players have gotten a lot of upgrades, so it'll be nice to see how far they've come. Scatterbill still only gets 2 yards. Neighbors gonna be wide open, great space. Keep going, juke, another juke. No, 41 yards, nice. All right, let's hand it off to Scatterbill yet again. Only gets 2 yards again. This time we got 2 minutes. All right, I think we can score, and then I think we can give them time. Over the middle, Neighbors again gets 14. Over the middle to Robinson, makes the diving catch for 9 yards. And we're running with Dart. Dart only gets a yard, but he does pick up the first. We like to see that. Hand off to Scatterbill, wide open. 6-yard touchdown. I think that's our first manual touchdown to Scatterbill. Let's start up to Theo Johnson with a 2-point conversion. And that, gentlemen, I think should put this game away. Interception by Holland. The game-sealing pick. And then Robinson's just going to go in for another touchdown. Why not? Jackson Dart, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of those really shouldn't have happened. Scatterbill, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, 156 yards. And Robinson, 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. Holland had the game-ending interception. And Abdul Carter actually got in there for a sack. And, of course, we're facing the Eagles for the divisional round. Of course. Let's look at the bracket. So, if we win this, we'll be facing Green Bay in the NFC Championship. And Miami. Miami is in the AFC Championship. They beat Kansas City. Oh my gosh, in real life, Miami is buns right now. So it's Baltimore or Miami that will be in the Super Bowl. But first, we gotta beat the Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Let's put both the teams in their alternate unis, and let's win this. Ooh, snow game. Okay, 7-14 end of the fourth quarter. We scored the field goal. Half, 21-19. All right, third middle, Phillips missed the tackle. Third middle, Lawrence gets a huge sack, and they score the field goal. All right, come on, boys. All right, let's do something here. Throw it up for Robinson. Ooh, batted down. Good defense. Let's hand it off to Scat. I don't know why we're doing this on 3rd and 10. I'm going to be honest. That was probably not the right play there. But we go for these. Scatterbill gets the first down. Nice. All right, let's hand it off to Scatterbill again. Gets 6 yards and gets out of bounds. Theo Johnson is going to be wide open. Breaks a tackle for 17 yards. Nice. All right, big play. Let's float it up to Robinson. Robinson makes the catch for 17 yards. And we are going to rush this in with Jackson Dart. 5-yard touchdown. Gives us the lead. Robinson on the 2-point conversion. Makes this a field goal game. Right, end of the third quarter, it's 31-17, but we do get the ball, so let's go down and score this thing. Neighbors on the out route. Make some jukes. Neighbors on 37 yards. Wow, that was a big play right there. Jackson Dart, no one's open. Get out of there. Gets 3 yards. Screen to Neighbors. 4 yards. Nice. Gonna be 3rd and 3. Interception. Yikes. Okay, this cannot be where it ends. Come on, make a stop. Incomplete, score the field goal. Still one possession game. All right, not gonna lie, that interception was kind of on me, but it's all right. We have a chance to put this game away. All right, we do not want to leave any more time Alright, we do not want to leave any time on the clock when we score for the Eagles because we already know that our defense will choke the game away just like in real life. Scadaboo on a long run, 13 yards, nice. Neighbors, incomplete. Alright, it's going to be 3rd and 6, and Theo Johnson's going to be wide open. Gets the first down, stiff arm for 15 yards. Alright, nice. 34 seconds left. Pitch it to Robinson. Gets 4 yards. Alright, we kind of need bigger plays than just 4 yards, not going to lie. Malik Neighbors on a scary throw. That throw is scary. Oh, shoot, we got 16 seconds. Flip to Theo Johnson, gets 7 yards, take a timeout. 11 seconds, guys. This is really going to come down to the end of the game. 9 seconds. 9 seconds. Flip to Robinson. 3 seconds. Oh my gosh. This play has to be a touchdown. This has to be a touchdown. Check down Neighbors. They left him wide open. Touchdown. Now the question is, do we go for the tie or do we go for the win? I think we go for the win, personally. Robinson caught. 2-point conversion. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. 35-34. That game literally came down to the final play. And now we are facing Green Bay in the championship to see who will go on to face Baltimore and Lamar Jackson in the Super Bowl. Right, let's go, boys. Another snow game. 7-0, end of the 4th quarter. 7-17, end of the half. All right, please, defense, make a stop. Great tackle, and they missed a field goal. All right, boys, let's lock in. All right, Jackson Dart can't really be the check down merchant all the time. He's got to make some big plays. Yeah, see, it's not really giving me any big plays. And that's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd down. Flip it to Malik Neighbors. Picks up the first down. Nice, out of bounds. Robinson is going to catch it in traffic. Robinson is going to go all the way for a 28-yard touchdown. Let's hit him again for the 2-point conversion. And this is a field goal game, ladies and gentlemen. And we are up 21-20 at the end of the 3rd quarter. And they scored the field goal to make it 23-21. All right, boys, we got to punch it in or at least get a field goal here. Theo Johnson is not going to be open. That's going to be picked. That's going to be picked off. Shoot. All right, let's hold him to a field goal here, boys. Hold him to a field goal. No. God damn it. Okay, we got to score a touchdown fast then. We got to score a touchdown fast. All right, realistically, we need to score a touchdown in like 30 seconds. Neighbors, 15 yards. That's what we like to see. Neighbors on a post. He's going to be wide open. Wide open. Go, Neighbors, go. Go, Malik. Come on. Yes, he's going to score. Hopefully. Dive in. 57-yard touchdown. Nice. Hit him again for the 2-point conversion. And this is a 1-point game, ladies and gentlemen. No, we do not want to try the onside kick. Have a field goal for the pass. Incomplete. And they missed the field goal. All right, boys. We can once again put this game away. Now, we want to leave them with no time left. All right, Theo Johnson, gain of 18. All right, now I think we can go for a handoff. As long as we don't fumble. All right, I don't think we want to make that risky throw. Let's just run it with dart. Gain of a yard. Let's actually take a timeout here. We only have 21 seconds. Neighbors on a slant. He's going to catch it. And he's going for the touchdown. Let's get him on the 2-point conversion yet again. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is ball game. The New York Giants are in the Super Bowl. Our divisional round win and our NFC Championship win have come down to literally the final drive. Jackson Dart is clutch. 3 interceptions is kind of a lot, but you know, it doesn't matter. We still won. Now it's time for the Super Bowl against the Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry led Ravens. They also got 5-star Isaiah Likely, 4.5-star Mark Andrews, 4-star DeAndre Hopkins. This is going to be a tough game, ladies and gentlemen. So let's play some ball. 16-7 at the end of the 1st quarter. 27-7 at the end of the half. Okay, that is not good. That's not good. Let's hand it off to Scat. Scat's still going. Still on his feet. 28 yards. That is the longest run I've ever seen a running back that slow make. Alright, realistically, we have no room to run the ball, so I think we should just pass. Wan'Dale Robinson catches it in traffic. Gain of 16. All right, Malik Neighbors on a post, gain of 18, and Jackson Dart is going to run in for a 2-yard score. Our defense kind of needs to lock in here if we want any hope of winning this game. It's only a 2-possession game. Incomplete, a punt. Nice. Theo Johnson is going to be wide open. Gain of 15. Hand it off to Scadaboo. Fumble. Fumble. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Please defense. Please defense. No. Scadaboo. Alright, I'm not handing it off anymore. We realistically cannot with the clock situation. So I'm not handing it off to Scadaboo anymore, bro. Malik Neighbors catches it in traffic. 15 yards. Alright, guys. Come on. Malik Neighbors is going to go in for a 28-yard score. Wanda Robinson's going to get the 2-point conversion. All right, defense, step up. All right, we held him to a field goal. That is better than a touchdown, I suppose. We still got 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we just need to score fast. Hit Wandale in stride, and he is going to go. Break a tackle. He's going to go for 33 yards. Nice. Hit him again. And this time he's going to go for a 31-yard score. Jackson Dart is being clutch right now. We're hitting Neighbors for 2-point conversion. And all of a sudden, this is a 1-possession game. Our defense, punt. All right, Scadaboo, get out of bounds. We have a minute and 30 seconds. We want no time left on that clock when we score. Hit Theo Johnson, dive. No fumbles here. Hit it off to Scat. No fumbles here, gain of 7. Check down to Neighbors, no fumbles here, gain of 7. Hand off to Scadaboo, no fumbles. Hand off to Scadaboo again. Scadaboo, gain of 9, gets the first down. We got 34 seconds left to punch this in here. And we could do it with Theo Johnson, but I don't want to yet. I want to leave as little time on the clock as possible. Let's just go in, let's just dive with Jackson Dart to the 1-yard line again. Alright, now I think we can score. And you know what? Why don't we rush it in with Jackson Dart for the 1-yard score to put this game away. Oh, shoot, not yet. Intercept. Oh, shit. Okay. I didn't realize we could just take the extra point and win. But we're going to go to overtime here, I guess. I guess we're going to overtime. I could have just kicked the extra point and won, but no, we gotta make this an even longer video. Alright, we don't want any turnovers. No turnovers here. Neighbors pick up 11. Alright, we just scored, get the 2-point conversion, and basically win. Throw to Robinson, gain of 11. Hand off to Scat. Scat gets 1 yard. 3rd and 9. Robinson wasn't fast enough. Incomplete. Well, we gotta go for it, man. We gotta go for it. Neighbors makes the leaping grab and saves us the game, basically. Hand off to Scat again. Scat's gonna go for 9 yards. Alright, nice. Over the middle to Johnson. Fumble, but doesn't matter. Robinson recovers it. He was right there. Nice. And Malik Neighbors is getting out of bounds to 1. And Theo Johnson is going to get the game-winning touchdown. And then we get the 2-point conversion. So Ravens need to go down the field, get a touchdown, and get the 2-point conversion to basically win. Hands it off. Come on. Touchdown. Go for 2 and score. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we basically got to get to like the 30 and 33 seconds, or else there'll be another overtime period, which is fine. I think it's sudden death now, isn't it? Because both teams score. The the next team to score automatically wins. Robinson's going to get to the 50-yard line. We will take a timeout. Okay, we basically need to get it down to the 30. Risky throw, but doesn't matter. Caught by Robinson. And we're going to have to kick the field goal. We have 4 seconds to kick the field goal. Come on. Come on, no-name kicker. It's good. It's good. And the Giants are Super Bowl champions. Wandale Robinson was named Super Bowl MVP. It literally came down to the final play, and then because we were stupid enough to go for 2 and not get it, then it came down to overtime. Our defense really stepped up in the second half, only allowing a total of 10 points in the second half of regulation. And our offense really stepped up. Come on, man. We got to praise the team. Get that 100% morale. Jackson Dart, 523 yards, 6 touchdowns. I did not mean to continue there, but it doesn't matter. We'll get the stats in here anyway. New York Giants are your Super Bowl champions. Jackson Dart, 520 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Cam Scatterbill, 0 touchdowns. Malik Neighbors, touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson, 2 touchdowns. Sexy actually did shit. Abdul Carter didn't do anything either. Drew Phillips didn't do anything. Javon Holland didn't do anything. Bobby Okereke didn't do anything because he was injured. This was all offense, man. Our defense did nothing. And after the Super Bowl, Bobby Okereke recovered, and he's good to play now. We still didn't win any awards. The Eagles won MVP, and Saquon Barkley won Offensive Player of the Year again. Personally, I think Jackson Dart should have won MVP. Okay, so Jackson Dart finished with 16 interceptions. Half of his interceptions were in the playoffs. But that's okay, because we still won the Super Bowl. Loki, I think he should have been Super Bowl MVP. He had 520 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 more on the ground. So, Loki, Dart should have been Super Bowl MVP. But that's okay. Your New York Giants are Super Bowl champions. Hopefully, they can win the Super Bowl in the next couple of years in real life, too. I honestly think there's a very good chance if we get better coaching and we don't have as many injuries, we can definitely make a run in the next 2 or 3 years, I think. But that is all, guys. If you enjoyed, smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, and leave a comment down below if you like these videos and want me to do more rebuilds on teams that are not as good as the Giants, because I will definitely do that. But guys, I will see you next time.